we're living in a pretty strict family that what you would be doing is going to school, coming after school, going home, and cleaning and helping the household at the same time, and going to play outside, making sure that you've done your homework at the same time. Dinner that was at the time, and you go to bed at a certain time. So we didn't have the freedom to be able to do whatever pleases us because we were 9 years old and we could do the dishes,
Well, how much did you have to practice to kind of, did you take it home, or did you just kind of wait until you were doing it at the place?
No, I was very dedicated. I was practicing at home, and that's why I was getting more in trouble at home than getting in trouble in the martial art place by getting hit and punched in the face by someone else practicing their kicks on me, I could remember my mum's like, stop it. I'll be in the kitchen, I'll be doing the dishes, and I'll lift my leg and I'll do a side kick. I'm like, Mum, watch this. She's like, you're going to kick someone. Don't do it. I'm like, Mum, it's pretty cool. Watch this. And I didn't stop. I was just making it a day-to-day routine of doing my exercise in the kitchen or running around and trying to jump and splits and, trying to kick the door at the same time. And of course I'll be breaking things, I can't imagine. I remember one day I was teaching my cousin on how to do flip on their bed, and they had a bunk bed, and they were living in a quite big room, and there was a queen size bed in the room, and the bunk bed was there. So I was teaching them on how to do flip from the top of the bunk bed to the queen size bed, and I broke it in half. I remember that day because I thought, I can do this. I can teach you on how to do flip, and you're going to land on your feet on a mattress, which is, I was pretty confident I could pull that off. And what I pulled off is the bed just went like this on a V shape, and all I could remember is the noise that made. I could hear my parents' footsteps, especially my mom. She's short, but she's very strong and fierce, running towards to see what happened. And I went through the window, and I ran away outside, and I climbed up a tree, and I didn't come out. She was running after me. She's like, Damien, get out of the tree. Get up. I'm like, no, I'm not. I know what's going to happen.
Oh, God.
Because I was too confident I could pull this off. And the kids and my cousin was like, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Never done this before. I just thought I could pull it off, because I was doing martial arts. Yeah. And watching a movie, I was always a visual learner. If I look at something, I thought, I can do the same thing. But no, it didn't happen.
No. So your confidence was bigger than your ability at that time.
That's it. It was. I wasn't confident enough to be able to stand in front of my mum and explain to her, or even to tell my mum sorry, because I thought, nah, that's not going to help the case right now.
Yeah, you're admitting you did something wrong.
Yeah, no, I wanted to admit I did something wrong up the tree.
Yeah.
And I said, Mum, I'm not coming down. No way. There was this big tree in the backyard, and I thought, no, I'm just going to run to there and not come down at all. And my dad ended up getting me down the tree.
Yeah, did he have to climb up there?
Yeah, he did. He's giving you two solutions: you either come down or you jump off the tree right now. And guess what?
Okay.
Of course, I'm going to come down quietly. But we wasted nearly 2 or 3 hours. I'm like, I'm not coming down this tree. I felt bad.
Was this when you were 9 years old, or was it a bit older?
I was probably 10 or 11 at the time. Maybe 2 years later.
Right. And when it comes to karate, how long? If a person's really dedicated, kid's really dedicated, how long can they kind of go from belt to belt and kind of progress through that? Like, what was your experience like?
Well, you can be very dedicated, and you can reach, especially for kids, you can be a black belt within, depending training, like if you're training every day like a professional athlete, you can be a black belt within 5 years, But remember, also for karate for kids, the level of what you have to do to be a black belt is different to an adult to be a black belt. So it was different, So the concept is different in different type of martial arts. For Wing Chun Kung Fu, for instance, the amount of time that you would spend to be a gold sash will be different to what you would do to be doing karate, or to do aikido, to do all different type of level. There's different type of training that you have to do to improve yourself and improve your skill level. A black belt for karate will be completely different to be black belt for karate who's an adult, or their skill set. If you look at a kid, the Olympics, for instance, a taekwondo who's a black belt, and you look at his skill set at taekwondo who's a black belt as an adult, they obviously look very different to what they've been learning and acquired from that knowledge.
Okay. So
especially sparring and fighting, because
yeah. So all right, and with the sparring, with the fighting, do you have to just present skills, or do you have to defeat an opponent to be able to progress to a belt within?
No, it was contact point sparring when we were doing karate. It was not like full contact at the age of 9 when I would have my face broken and like you see in a professional fighting skills here at the time.
So
but
what's
it was
point
a bit of contact
scoring?
Training. Point scoring is basically you have two people together and they're training, and they will just, and they will say attack, and then one person is going to go in, who's never going to touch each other first. That's what point scoring is about. And you will have all your gears, you have your little gloves and everything, which is obviously a little bit different what boxing is about. Yes, you will have all this being a kid.
Yeah, okay. So, no, go on.
No, sorry. No, I was just saying that thinking back, and I always refer back to the karate old days when we were doing this as a kid. Obviously, the environment is different and to what we're trying to achieve at the moment. And that's why I haven't obviously gone down the path and continuing in doing karate, because I've learned through this pathway of learning different skills of martial arts on how can I use a little bit of karate, a little bit of aikido, a little bit of different type of martial arts to frame someone who would come in and train with us to feel empowered.